Welcome to my class. Continuing on with Unit 2, and in this we are doing organization of data. And while organization, we classify the data. So in this class we are going to talk about what is the basis of classification. So the basis depends upon the requirement of the study. So basically, just to let you know that there are 4 classifications. We go into 4 general classifications. One is based on time, that is chronological or temporal classification, it is termed as, or it's known as. Or second classification we can do according to the place. So data, you get a data and then you want to compare it, you do it in terms of the place you get it from. So that is known as, what is known as geographical classification. And then the other is what is known as a quantitative classification, which means it's based on the classes and the numbers, the number of. So it is purely in numbers both ways. So there are certain classes, and based on the classes, the numerals or numbers are given. Like for example, if you're talking about marks, how many students do it? Something like frequency tables that we learn later on. And then we have what is known as qualitative classification, which is based on the attributes. For example, it can be rural, urban, literate, illiterate, male, female. So having a attribute or not. So just have a look. So quickly, so method of classification depends on, as I said, the requirement of study, and these are the 4 basic ways of classifying data. First is as you see, the chronological or temporal classification, which is based on time. For example, years, months, weeks, days, etc. This type of classification is known as, say, chronological. For example, if you want to see, okay. And then let's come to the geographical classification. So we will be talking later about, we're going to talk about the examples of each of these. But right now, just let's understand what it is. So geographical classification, data is classified according to the locations, such as countries, states, cities, districts, or even certain areas if you're just doing a certain town, small areas there. So this is known as geographical classification or spatial classification. So this is what is known as, what do you call it? Geographical classification. Then we have what is known as quantitative classification. So in this, when the collected data of any with any characteristics, say students or something like that, if they are grouped into classes, it's called quantitative classification. All right, and then we have what is known as qualitative classification. So this is classified on the basis of some quality or attribute. For example, which otherwise they cannot be measured, but what we do is we can find out whether a particular attribute is present or absent in a population. For example, if the attribute under study is gender or sex, we can only find out whether an individual is a male or a female. So that is known as a qualitative classification. If you are living in India, somebody wants to know where, it can be rural, urban. So this is known as the classification, which is simply based on the presence or the absence of a particular attribute of a given universe, of a given study, of a given population. All right. So having said that, let me just start with give you examples of each of these. Let's take the chronological classification. Say now chronological, as I said, shows you the time, say in the years. Say we've shown 1991, 84.8 was the population in crores. In 2001, it was 102.7 in crores, and 2011 it is 121.0 in crores. So this is what is known as chronological classification. Now let us just talk about, so this is how it is. So let's just talk about now the geographical classification, and in this we are going to talk about what is the they've talked about the literacy rates, for example. So literacy rates of different places. For example, in Kerala, Kerala state, it is 93.91. Then Himachal Pradesh, the literacy rate is 83.78, and in Punjab it is 76.68. So you've selected a few states, and in that you are writing down the literacy rate and so on. Okay, and then what you have is then you have what is known as quantitative classification of data. Now what is based on the quantity? That's what we've done here. In this example, what we've done is, look at this, what we've done is we've taken the profits, number of firms and their annual profits. Just so profit is the phenomena under study, and it is a quantifiable phenomena, hence it's called quantitative classification of data. So suppose 0 to 1 lakh is the annual profit, suppose that's rupees. How many firms did it? 5 were within 5 firms got an annual profit of up to 1 lakh. So suppose 150 firms got the annual profit between 1 lakh to 2 lakhs, and say 1500 firms, 1500 firms got their profit varied from 2 lakhs to 3 lakhs and so on. So this is known as quantitative numerical classification. Now we are going to talk about lastly we're going to talk about quantitative classification. So what we have already said, that it is about attributes. We can find out whether a particular attribute is present or absent in a population. For example, urban, rural, urban, literate, illiterate, and all of that. And in this, there are two types. If we can have a simple or a twofold classification. Now simple classification is what? Twofold or manyfold classification. Now what is a simple classification? In which there are only two, that is one attribute and the other, that is just one attribute, male, female. Now if you want to have a more than that, so what do? Then you see in this you will have, say, male, female, skilled, unskilled, literate, illiterate, and all of that, rural, urban, however you want to go about. Okay, so what did we do? Okay, male, female, literate, illiterate, urban, rural, all of that. So well, this is the basis of classification, and any data that you collect, and when you classify, make sure that these are the 4 important classifications.